Taste is a very personal thing. Your taste and mine may be similar, but then again, it may be very different. And it's not a matter of who's right or who's wrong, because it is not a matter of reason. It is a matter of senses. However, a good approach to tasting will help you identify and appreciate better the values of a specific wine regardless of your personal likes or dislikes. Tasting is something you can do on your own, either at home or in a public place, or with others in a gathering specially organized for this purpose. There are several steps you should follow. Pour a small quantity of wine in the appropriate glass. Please refer to the chapter on serving to see which type of glass is best for a given type of wine. Look at the wine against a white surface, a napkin in a restaurant, a piece of paper on a desk, and the contrast of color will show better. A young dry white wine will be light, almost transparent, but it should have a bright spark. An older white wine will be darker with shades of gold. It should look bigger than a young wine, but by the same token it will have lost its original bright spark. Then swirl the wine in the glass and let it rest. The traces of liquid left dripping on the inner side of the glass are called legs. With white and red wine, the thicker the legs, the higher the alcohol content. The legs actually indicate the viscosity coming from the alcohol. As far as reds are concerned, there are two items you should be looking specifically for when you're looking at the wine. First, you tilt the glass against the white surface and look at the outer edge, or border if you will, and then you will look at the eye in the middle. The shades of a young red wine will lean more towards a purple, while a more brownish color indicates that the wine is older. The center of the glass will reveal purple shades in a young red wine once again, but an older red wine will be of a deeper red in its middle age and then will turn brown as it gets older. Swirl the wine in its glass once again. This releases the bouquet, which is also called the nose. Smell the wine and ask yourself the following questions. Can you smell the grapes? Or can you smell flowers or fruits? Is it pleasant to you? You know, it is quite common for different people to find different smells in one particular wine. Some will find the grapes, but others will smell fruits or flowers, and some others will smell spices. Now sip the wine and twirl it around inside your mouth. Actually pretend that it is solid and that you can chew on it. You have to remember that different areas of your tongue, of your palate, of the inside of your mouth are specialized in identifying different tastes, which is why it is so important that the wine comes in contact with all the different parts of the inside of your mouth so that you can appreciate better all the elements of pleasantness of this wine. Also, you have seen probably several people inhale air through the wine inside the tongue. You may wonder why, but just like when you swirl the wine inside the glass to release its bouquet faster, the air through the wine in your mouth will release the taste faster and will give you a better understanding right away of all the qualities of this wine. Now, it may not be very pleasant to watch or to listen to, but it is quite efficient. However, I would recommend that you exercise this at home before you do it in public because accidents do happen. Now I will show you the sipping and the twirling and the chewing of the wine. And the inhaling. It's actually quite good. While professional tasters actually spit out the wine, which is essential when you try lots of wines and you want to remain sober for the rest of the experiment, most people will actually swallow the wine. And this is how you can experience the finish and the aftertaste. The finish is what happens in the back of your mouth, and the aftertaste is what is left inside your mouth once the liquid has passed down your throat. The length and quality of the finish and of the aftertaste are actually as important as the first impressions that the wine made inside your mouth, because they will dictate the long-term memories you will have of the wine you just tasted. One thing which is important to remember when you taste wines, especially when you are tasting reds because of the action of the tannins which numb the mouth, is that you want to soften your taste buds in between each wine you taste, especially if you have 4, 5, 6 of them to taste. So one thing I recommend is that you always keep nearby some small pieces of bread and have a small bite of bread in between each wine that you taste. This will help you tremendously.